right.
Está friendo tostones. You're making tostones.
Yeah, I'm gonna be joining from my kitchen meditation.
Kitchen meditation.
Exactly. Don't feel offended because I'm not like sitting and looking. But
No, nosotros no somos living miracles.
you have to say the name.
It's
Without
a
saying any names.
it's a joke that we have because I think
I know.
several years ago Adriana was. It happened to me too. Adriana was in one of the retreats online, and her camera was blocked because she was moving around, and that that they
Oh, so they blocked her.
Her camera.
I mean, they turn it off from their side because I was distracting them. I really wasn't doing anything. It's just that I wasn't like this all the time. That's a joke. And they don't want you to smoke either. So Astrid is not welcome either.
Really?
No, what I do is I turn the camera off.
Oh, you do.
Well,
yeah, I always have the camera
smoke
off.
nor drink.
No, I don't. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying their rules.
There are instructions for the retreat. Yeah. Actually, I haven't had. I've never had anything to drink while on one of those retreats. It probably would be interesting.
I always watch with my camera off because I'm always naked, so I don't want them to have to.
Do you deliver cakes too?
So, okay. So we have that request from Lupita.
So, but the request is for Gary, ¿verdad? It's not for me.
For all of us.
Why is it for me, Adriana?
Huh?
Why is it for me?
Because you are the new facing down, the new exciting thing. I've been here for since January, and she never asked to do anything special. The only thing new is you, so I mean.
That's all wrong.
But we can. Entonces, what was it? I just laugh at it and close it.
No.
What was the detail thing?
Ella lo que quiere es conversar. She just wants to have a conversation. Eso es todo. Pero no quiere estar grabada. She doesn't want to be recorded.
Okay. Pues, ¿y entonces cuál es el plan? ¿Hacer esto y después llamarla? ¿Por aquí mismo?
Hoy no. Not today, because I have to take Adi to the dentist. Tengo que llevar a Adi al dentista.
Okay. Pero él está bien, it's just a regular checkup.
Sí, no, sí, exacto.
Well, good.
¿Cuál lesson estamos? Which lesson?
The second of the
22.
321.
We did that one yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
So today is lesson 322. I can give up for what was never real.
See.
I sacrifice illusions, nothing more. And as illusions go, I find the gifts illusions try to hide, awaiting me in shining welcome, and in readiness to give God's ancient messages to me. His memory abides in every gift that I receive of him, and every dream serves only to conceal the self, which is God's only Son, the likeness of himself, the Holy One, who still abides in him forever, as he still abides in me. Father, to you all sacrifice remains forever inconceivable, and so I cannot sacrifice except in dreams. As you created me, I can give up nothing you gave me. What you did not give has no reality. What loss can I anticipate except the loss of fear? and the return of love into my mind. I can give up but what was never real. I like this one because it just completely obliterates the idea of sacrifice.
Pretty much it obliterates everything.
Exactly. Everything that is not of God is not real.
That's right.
The question is how, if we are really willing. And actually, you know, we have to be clear that we're not sacrificing anything. It's the idea that we have of everything
Mhm.
that we have to surrender.
Sí.
Well, that's it too. How deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go with this?
Yeah. That's a
I
big.
think I suffer enough already. I don't want to keep suffering.
Huh?
She's
What?
pretty enough.
I'm not saying anything. I already say what I.
Frying up your plantains?
Gonna make tostones. I'm trying a recipe. That is not a recipe. It's just a. So yeah, go ahead.
¿Qué estás
Let
haciendo?
me mute the microphone so you won't be. And if I need to say anything, I will turn it on. So.
Okay. So Gary, what's that you have behind you? Is that like a hiking pack?
Oh, this, yeah. If I get up there early in the mornings and with your husband gone, it's a little harder because you're starting earlier. But when I get up there in the early mornings, there's quite a bit of ice up there. And so I use these poles to make sure I don't fall down.
Okay. Oh, so it's a trek. It's not like strolling.
Yeah, no, it's up. Yeah. And it's so nice in the early morning hours when nobody's there, and so yeah. But I go up later now that you're going earlier.
I mean, this is it's like whenever I can, right? I wake up and I send a message. I can connect now. Sometimes it's like, no, we have to wait. I'm like, oh, fine. It's whatever is given in the moment.
Do you
Yeah,
have
and-
Zoom in your phone?
What's that?
Do you have Zoom in your phone?
Zoom, yeah, but I don't have service up where I am, up on the mountain.
All right.
And these are far more important. This time is far more important.
Yeah, but it would be lovely to see the
It
scenery.
would. Yeah,
Sí.
Of course.
yeah.
So tell the people in the mountain to put the service.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
In the
I
meantime,
can't.
take pictures.
Huh?
In the meantime, take pictures.
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah,
you
and
take nice
I can
pictures.
probably connect Zoom just around here. There's it's now a little small trickle of a river right below my house here. I live on a mesa,
Mhm.
and then below is a little river, and it's beautiful down there too. So maybe one morning I'll see if I can connect Zoom down there.
That would be
Yeah,
nice.
we done that with Angelica in Mexico. Sometimes she's walking in a park and she just connects
Yeah,
and then we walk with her and we see
there
the
you go.
view, which is very nice.
Yeah.
When she's done that, she's with her brother. So we also walk with her brother.
Nice.
They've also connected while I was driving to Utah. So they were with me the whole way. I feel like
so you did have.
I feel like Adriana and Angelica made that trip with me.
Yeah, we did.
They're very
Susie,
much a
I
part of the
think.
memory of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely, that poem that you sent me. I had it for many, many years. And since I've been here in Ponce, I am always reminded of that.
Mm.
And it's not, it's no coincidence that you send it the full length, because I only, the thing that resonated with me was or are my guests.
Mhm.
And that refers to my mind, so whenever
Yeah.
I see my, and then the symbol of the house being rented to people that were coming from different parts of the world before the pandemic. It was a beautiful reflection of that,
Mm. Mm,
and
mm, mm.
many beautiful encounters with people, all over the world. It was very nice. And even at this moment that there's really not much going on, I still recall that everybody is a guest.
Yeah, like all the thoughts and the emotions and the stories that arrive. And that's what connected for me, was just our conversation yesterday about my night before and that obsessive thinking and trying to keep the door closed on the house, keeping that obsessive thought out, And the house can have a back door too, so it can come in and go right through the
Goes
house and out the
right
back
through.
door.
Goes right through. We don't have to entertain the thoughts, just not
No.
attached to them.
Yeah, but they're welcome, and that's the thing. Like you were saying yesterday, both of you, about resistance. Resisting those thoughts and the impact that it has on the moment.
Yeah, because resistance makes them real.
Yes.
And it's the same as anything, as resisting or not wanting something to happen is the same as wanting something to happen. We're making it real, and we're having these expectations, and there's always fear in those thoughts. Just
Yeah.
being the observer, just being in the position of the observer, like Muji says, being the isness, the awareness.
Yeah. Which most of the time is no problem, and sometimes problem. When it grabs hold and doesn't let go, and you're dragging this thought through the yard on the end of your leg. It's like, enough already. Come on, man, go away. No.
But there's always something there that shows us some erroneous belief underneath.
Mm.
And it's always fear. It always comes down to fear.
Yeah.
Now it's just being very simple. We have, I think Adriana has a better grasp of the levels of the mind that David talks about. That at some point it's just that point of fear. And then changing.
Actually, it's desire.
Desire, Cece.
What I desire peace, I desire fear.
That's
And when
the
you can
point.
see it like that,
Mm.
the decision becomes so instantaneously available.
Mm.
And everything that you need to convince yourself, because it's only you're doing it to yourself, shows up. Because we always want to be happy and to be free. That's our desire. It's just that we're looking for it in things that we're not given, have no capacity of giving us that. And that's why we feel like kind of tired and bored and confused, whatever name, it's all the same.
Mhm.
So it's much simpler to remind yourself, I promise myself to feel happy and enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
When I cannot do it with them, it's a beautiful moment to heal. And it's nothing in particular. Whatever you ascribe is an excuse. It's just an excuse. So if you see it as an excuse, you won't stop in it for longer. You know, because you can easily let it go in the confidence that whatever needs to be done with it, it will be done when necessary, when the time comes. But at this moment, you're just trusting that it will be handled perfectly and that whatever will be needed, it will be given without any effort on your part or anybody's part.
Yeah.
So that's very, very nice because we cannot feel guilty if we know that everything will be handled in a way that everybody will benefit. And it's a way of, quieting our anxiousness that if we gain, other losers,
Sí.
because we always feel guilty when we feel good because we think that others are not feeling good. And that kind of allow us to feel good with everything and everyone. Yeah. And at this moment, that's very real for us. And it makes more sense than trying to figure out a world or a life that is not really life, it's not really a world, and it's a total mess that has no beginning, no reason.
No reason.
No reason. I can be happy right here, right now, with whatever I have and cherish what I have and celebrate it without trying to figure out how I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
You know? The
I know.
moment you try to keep it, it fucks up.
That's the ego's game. Now you got it. Now you got to keep it. It's like, get it, get it, get it. You got it. Now keep it. Now you have to protect it.
Protect it, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
So we don't have to think like that anymore. But I think that for me, I just see that they're like, it still comes up, but it's like an old pattern of thinking. It's like a habit. And the patterns come up, but I don't identify anymore with them, but they still come up. I still see them. I know where I know where it comes from. And if there's some difficulty, sometimes I need help in the mind to take me to the steps to the root. But I'm already going there immediately in the sense that it's like, I know what this is. There's some fear here. What's the fear? And then it quickly can be resolved in the mind. But
Yes.
for me, what I've seen is like, it's just the attachment thing or the identifying with these supposed events that are happening. These feelings, not attaching to the feelings. It's not something that we have to do. It's done for us. And that's what is great about the Course in Miracles, because it's a mind training to get you to that point. And for me, it's been like struggle. And all of a sudden it's like, it's just automatic, and it just feels like it's happening without any effort on my part.
It's like we saturate with the Course with such a significant level that eventually the mind just can't keep coming back. It just says enough. It may try another run around the backside, but
It's always doing that.
yeah.
It's always doing that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same claws. It
Exactly.
doesn't have the same intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
we know better.
you know better. And for me, it's I can see the pattern or the desire, the temptation for attack and victimization comes up. And it's like, it's the old pattern of thinking, of operating.
and the pain associated with it, I mean, that's as real too.
it's excruciating. It's so painful that it's like, I don't want this. I don't want to go through this. And I already know that if I attack, I know I attack myself, but it's very painful. I attack these other figures.
Brutal.
It's brutal. It's like Ken Wapnick says, you have to realize how miserable you are first.
Absolutely. At least that gives you a base of operation. It's like, do I really want to live here and stay here?
Yeah, yeah.
Or do I want to be happy?
Yeah. Yeah, because the state of that of the egoic state was, for me, it just, I look back and I just think, how did I live like that? I thought it was normal.
We didn't learn any other way. I mean, gosh, you go through high school and college and you're all wrapped up in these personal relationships and they're going to mean the fucking world to you.
Yeah.
And then it crashes and burns and you're like, I'm not worthy. They are the asshole. I'm okay. You know, it's like, and your friends are going, yes, yes, it's true. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. He's an idiot. He doesn't appreciate. And so we get to sort of bathe in that bullshit story.
Bullshit.
Yeah, not anymore. That's a good thing that we don't ascribe to that kind of thinking anymore.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, we leave our friends at the bar and we go home and we're getting ready for bed and we feel like shit.
Exactly.
Right? Like our friends.
That's why I have the bar here. That's why I have the bar here with the Holy Spirit.
There you go.
As
your bartender.
Exactly. Yeah, he's in charge.
Belly up to the bar and have the Holy Spirit be your bartender and pour your drinks and listen to your sob story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and clear my mind at the same time. You know what that kind of service is? It's beautiful.
You don't need much tequila.
No, only water beer.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm grateful really because every moment that I decided to forgive has been paid off. Has paid me off greatly.
Yeah, that's the gift that you give yourself and you give the whole world.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, so actually it's for me, it's always for me, you know, I'm people pleasing myself.
Oh, beautiful.
But of course, the sweetness of it is that I purposely make sure that I don't leave anybody out.
See.
So that's really it gets to that point where the only thing that I have to do is be grateful and don't leave anybody out. In my mind, of course. I don't need to write them a letter. I don't need them to be here, you know. They don't even have to be alive.
Mm.
And that was the beauty of what you offered yesterday in terms of, you know, the little prayer before bed. I don't need to sleep. I just need to forgive, and I allow everybody in.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way of passing time.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the only way to pass time happily because you are on a giving mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're giving to yourself. So you know, the doors open, all the gifts come, you know, and you're not confused about how the ego used to do this thing before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're very clear that you don't want any conflict in your mind. And for that to happen, you have to perceive everybody as your own. And ultimately, as God's own. When we have already purified our perverse image of God.
See.
Yeah.
So then we can even, you know, bring everybody that still believe that God is something else.
Mhm.
So these tostones are gonna be great.
What's the occasion?
Actually, that I forgave quickly yesterday when I saw the message. I said, fuck it, I'm going to sleep y me importa un bicho. And that was perfectly, you know? Yeah, I was thinking about doing this recipe with the salmon with sriracha and mayonnaise with fish sauce. It's kind of like an Asian twist on ceviche.
Huh?
Oh,
And
ceviche.
like, you know, like having a sushi platter instead of roll. So
Huh.
I'm
Okay.
practicing that and making a ceviche of shrimp too.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to celebrate my moments because otherwise, what would I do?
That
Adriana,
sounds really good.
Adriana celebrates a lot with food. She
Yeah.
experiments a lot. And it usually is very good.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Sriracha, mayonnaise, and fish sauce.
Yeah, it has a bit of curry and cilantro
More
and
information.
honey and lemon.
See, I have a wok that I cook in almost exclusively. It's a cast iron.
Mhm.
So it's a like 14-inch, and I cook in it all the time. And mostly just vegetables. I'll just throw vegetables. But
That's good. Those walks
that
are good.
recipe sounds delicious.
Yeah. Actually, I marinated first with a bit of peanut oil. And
Le estás echando la casa entera.
yeah, because those are kind of complicated flavors that for you to get, there has to have many layers, like marinating and then waiting and adding other things and let them, you know, do their thing together. And
And
you
I
know,
just thought,
I always want, you know, mostly all the time I do a sandwich or something else, but once in a while, I'm inspired.
and I just thought this was only about A Course in Miracles. I didn't realize getting a cooking show as well.
Yeah, a cooking show too. Yeah.
I would love to do a cooking show. Actually, I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I got
cooking
so
show.
distracted that I took.
Course in Miracles and Cooking with Adriana.
It's like what is it? Dinner in a movie.
Dinner and a movie. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm very happy when I cook. It doesn't matter if it's a sandwich or.
Well, wait a minute. If you're not cooking, you got to be still happy, no?
Exactly,
You're still happy.
exactly. I mean, I'm happier when somebody cooks for me too. You know, when I try to appreciate whatever is happening. But it's a very nice time for meditation because I don't know, whatever it's, you
You're
know,
doing
this morning, I was so, I just did one of these things that you do around the house that you don't like to do and you wait like years to do it. Like cleaning windows and screens because we have these Miami windows here and screens. So all of a sudden I was doing it and then it appeared somebody sharing about the purity of the water and the stuff like at one of these gurus. And I said, how perfect.
Yeah, I've got windows like that.
Yeah.
Desperately needing cleaning. I was thinking about it yesterday, actually.
Yeah, when I think of it, I hand it over to the Holy Spirit because, you know, I don't know, I need the inspiration. I don't want to do something because I need to do it. I want to be inspired.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, how beautiful is this? Yeah, I said, mira, even the thought of Gary coming and visiting, if it brought me to cleaning the windows that I didn't want
Now
to
I
clean,
feel the pressure.
it's enough.
Now you have to go, Gary.
Exactly.
I was cleaning and I was laughing to myself. How beautiful is it? Because it's a different perspective, you know?
Sí. Sí.
Well, actually, yesterday afternoon, I pulled my tablet out and I looked up Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
I looked
And
up,
now you know what it is.
yeah, because I couldn't remember where in the chain it was, and I looked up Manatee.
Manatee.
Boy, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that bay that's
Yeah,
almost enclosed? Is that where you're going to be? Is that house in there?
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started thinking about, maybe I will drive my van to Florida and see if my brother-in-law will let me park it in his garage, his industrial building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a nice time to reconnect with him from another level, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no errors in the plan. Whenever you need to see somebody, you're at the same level that you can both have a special, holy relationship, and the other person doesn't have to know anything about it.
Yeah.
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 That's what's beautiful about it.
And we want to extend that to be to everything, even the situations and the animals and the thoughts and everything. You know, we want to make this like a total expansion of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Not the people in our life that we had history, you know, because ultimately everybody and everything has history with us.
Mm.
If you ever get to check the Gary Renard book, they talk a lot about how we encounter and then we encounter again and then we encounter again and then what, and that helps a lot when you feel victimized because they explain exactly with a reference to Gary's life where he killed somebody that then have kill him in another life. So we keep repeating the patterns and changing the victimizer role
Yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
within the illusory time and space frame. But for me, that helped me a lot to free all the prisoners that I saw as victimizing and release from guilt all the victims that I said, well, the first, how you call, ¿cómo es una galleta?
A slap. The first
Okay,
slap.
the first slap is from the victimizer. All the others are on the victim.
Mm.
But then now we can say that none of them are real. So nobody got slapped at the end. And that's much better, you know.
Yeah.
Much better.
That book arrives today
Really?
Universe.
in the mail. Yeah.
Right? Which
I
one?
like
The disappearance.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that
The two follower is very good too.
the one about Buddha and Jesus,
All
¿verdad?
of them are great. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all good. I enjoyed a lot. I think the last one was the life when Buddha and Jesus had like they lived same life, you know, in the same timeline. They were friends or they had several lives together. And I thought that was interesting. And it was beautiful and also put in context, you know, that idea that you meet someone and you have that like the connection.
Exactly.
And you repeat you repeat relationships and you change them. I mean, it's nothing really special about reincarnation and past lives, but it's a tool and it gives information, and for me it's just helpful to just in the process of detaching from the world. It's just something like, interesting.
Yeah.
Evidence of the power of the mind. I've probably lived thousands of lifetimes with Adriana. We've probably killed each other several times too.
For true. I mean, with everybody that we meet, we have no idea.
No, we have no.
So, tú sabes, it's so beautiful just to see that and laugh at it instead of trying to figure it out and
Sí.
explain things.
Mm,
So easy to be happy just with what is.
yeah.
Yes.
The idea that we never know what anything is really for. I was talking about that with my dad last night. Because my dad, he moved to North Carolina with the idea that my aunt was going to move with him. So there are some events that have happened and yesterday, past days. So that's not very sure right now. It's up in the air whether she's going to move in with him. And I
This
was
is
like,
his sister.
his sister, yeah,
Yeah.
he rented a house in North Carolina because that's where my brother lives. And he used to live in North Carolina several years ago when my mother was alive. They lived there, I think, for 8 or 10 years before she passed. So he has a lot of friends, and my brother's wife's family all lives there, and so he feels more comfortable there. So he decided, because he was living here with me.
Mm,
And so I was like, and he was like, now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I made all of these decisions with the thought that she was gonna come here, and that, and I'm like, Dad, you never know what anything is for. You don't know anything. We don't know anything. So let's not jump to conclusions. But that thought that it keeps recurring. Like Adriana was saying, the thought of you might come to Puerto Rico to clean the windows, but she doesn't know who she's cleaning the windows for. She's cleaning the windows for herself, for anybody who's coming there. You had the idea of going to the monastery, you had some other purpose in mind, and things change. And for me, it's just being open to that change, and that's the not knowing. I'm doing this, but who knows what's going to happen with this. I have the thought that I'm going to go to Puerto Rico in January to be there for 5 months. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the purpose is. I had this idea that I'm going to be, receiving people. And that's why I want this specific house. I want to rent this specific house because it has, a studio apartment so that people can come visit me. You can come. Adriana can also come and she can feel comfortable there. And my dad could come visit as well. And I also invited Edna. I know Edna would be there.
¿Quién carajo es Edna? You keep on bringing characters to this conversation that I don't know who the fuck they are.
Edna estaba en el monasterio. Edna, she was just so, era una de las personas que estaban en el monasterio conmigo, en el grupo.
Yeah, but you keep bringing them, and I don't know who they are. You should at least let me know who the fuck they are.
Okay. No, yo he hablado de Edna. I think I have.
Never, ever,
Okay,
ever.
Edna. Aquí va, Edna. I invited Edna. I also invited Joanna.
And Tara. Tara is the other one.
Also Tara, but I don't think Tara will go because she already lives in Hawaii.
Benaca, you're renting a studio apartment or a whole fucking condominium?
No, it's a house. No, bueno, people would have to take.
Well, I have my house here, and I have many rooms. If your house gets flooded, you send me some.
Sí, claro, I'll send you people.
But we cannot bring my house over there, obviously.
No, but it could be nice, you know. Gary could come and he could stay in Manatí, and then he can go to Ponce.
See?
And
And then back to Manatee, and then back to Ponce.
There are many beautiful places around the island that you can, if you like it, the nature and stuff. Yeah,
there's a lot of things to do.
or not to do. What is
Exactly.
the question? Just to be, to fucking be,
Shakespeare.
To
to
be.
be. Listen, on the subject of Kenwanese conferences, Gary,
Uh-huh.
do you have any?
Who? Me?
Está preguntando a Gary.
I downloaded one yesterday just to see what the format would be like in the download. And from the Foundation of Inner Peace.
And they allow you to do that? Or
Yeah,
they
you can
charge
buy
you?
them. No, yeah, they charge
Okay.
you.
How
It's
much?
the cheapest
How
way.
much?
The one I downloaded was $16.
All right.
And
That's
not
a lot.
And so, but it came in little files. So I think I have to then take that and drop it into iTunes. So it'll play consecutively. Otherwise I have to, listen for a minute and 30, and then I got to push the
That
next
doesn't
one.
work.
And then I decided I was just going to buy a couple CDs just to
Would you
I'm just-
prefer to watch it or listen to it? Do
listen's
you have
fine.
any preference?
No,
Okay.
because if I take the files, like the CD file, audio files, and put them into my phone or whatever, I can take it with me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like when I go for a walk in the middle of the day, I
Okay.
listen to Ken, the little 5 and 10 minute segments.
All right. I have like 10 that are videos. I counted them yesterday. And some of them are long, like 4 CDs or DVDs.
Yeah,
And they are for watching
which is also fine, which is also fine.
What I was thinking is that I could send you by mail, like half of them. Do you have any means of reproducing them? Or no?
I did purchase a DVD player, and it says that I can copy. I just don't know how, if I can get it onto my laptop and then back as a copy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure I can find a way to copy them.
All right. Because I could send you like half of them, and then when you copy them, you send them back, and then I will send you the other half. Or if it's too complicated for you, I can make a call. There's a guy over here that used to copy the CDs when I did the conferences. I haven't heard from him like in 3 years
See,
or 4, but maybe he's still out there and maybe he still has the same number, and I can check with him and make
that
like
might be easiest, and then I can just pay you for shipping and copying and all that. I can just either send you a check
For
or
now, I have money. That is not necessary.
for now you have.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
But maybe after all this copying.
I won't be broke after all this copying.
Okay, just checking.
The Holy Spirit brings whatever I need. Yeah, we have to first check if that's feasible and in terms of the quality
See.
of the recording. So maybe if he shows up, I will call him later. If he shows up, I'll give him one, and then I will check it here and see how it runs. And if it
Okay.
works, then we go ahead, and I will send you then the copies.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that what Astrid has is audio, but there are like como cuántas hay en audio, Astrid?
I don't remember, and I remember I looked and I couldn't find them yesterday, but I still haven't looked everywhere. So
Este,
they're somewhere in this house.
I have like, I think they are like 11 in audio in my computer, which are different from the
If-
ones,
See,
and they are all great.
they're all great. I
Those are the ones that actually should have to. But
have
what
the-
I'm thinking is that maybe I can get a pen drive with that serve you got it. You they are in a pen drive, and I say that by,
Yeah,
by,
yeah, I think,
send
yeah, I
it by
think so.
mail.
Yeah, yeah. And then I can just transfer them and send you the drive back even.
I don't need the drive back.
Well, I don't need the drive either.
Well,
I'll bring it when
I
I come. I'll bring it when I come.
send it to Astrid or send it to somebody else that is doing the course or whatever.
There you go.
You
Okay,
can pass it forward.
okay,
That's it. forward.
okay. Pay it forward.
That's it.
Yeah. But thank you.
Any crucial matters that need resolving at this moment?
Are they even real if they were there?
They are not.
They are not.
Yo estoy,
Yeah, but we cannot dismiss them like that. You're okay, Astrid. You're happy,
sí,
joyful.
sí.
Yeah, bring me a roster of all the people that you're gonna bring. The attaché of the resume, so I won't be lost.
You want pictures?
Yeah, pictures too, so I can recognize them in the street.
Te voy a enviar la foto de todo el mundo. I'm going to send you a picture of everybody. De fulanito, de fulanita.
It makes it easier to forgive if you have the story.
Okay.
Even though I forgive even a name or a reference, that doesn't stop me from forgiving immediately. But it's, I mean, if they are gonna show up and participate, I would like to know a bit.
Sí. Perfecto.
How's your lunch coming?
Oh, it's great. It's already ready to be assembled, presented in the plate,
Muy bien.
and that, you know.
I have to
Gonna
go.
do a little Korean tacos with lettuce,
Ah,
with-
son buenos.
with
Bueno.
rice and the salmon and the ceviche with the shrimp, and then have tostones on the side with a little hot sauce. So yeah, you will be all joining with me.
Maybe when I come out, we can have that meal. It sounds very delicious.
Yeah, we can do anything. Everything is doable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Astrid has to go.
I have to go.
She's got to go
Love
to the
you
dentist.
guys.
Thank you very much.
And
Love you.
Lupita, we will see you whenever Astrid decides, because you know that Astrid is the one that is in charge of these things.
I'm not
She's
in-
responsible for everything.
El
Blame
espíritu,
her.
el
Blame
espíritu,
her.
el espíritu. The spirit is the one in charge.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
Enjoy.
Adiós.
Enjoy your day.
Always.
Está igual.